Agape Bonding School started from a passion. I have the passion to take care of children right from when I was a little girl. I've always loved children in my neighborhood. I don't like to see dirty children around. I don't like to see uncared for children around. I don't like to see children that are neglected. When I got out of secondary school, I had to help my neighbors that were young mothers. I needed to work, particularly a nurse. And I will always take care of a child while she's on duty, morning duty, afternoon duty, evening duty. And then I got to the university, I met this abandoned baby in a hospital, and nobody was actually taking care of this child. So I took it upon myself. I started sourcing for funds to take care of this child. And then when I left the university, I started as a child's rights activist. I used to work under environmental rights action. And then I formed an organization called the Niger Delta Women for Justice. We ran this organization. It was basically an organization for women and children's rights. This was in the Niger Delta area, so I relocated to Lagos. And I thought of what I would really do that will come with ease. And I know it's a natural flow in me to have passion for children. And I thought that was a need. Agape Bonding Schools, by the name, you know it stands for love. Agape Bonding is unconditional love of God. Our slogan is keep love in mind, and so that has been the driving force. The choice of location was affected by the fact that we needed a serene environment for our children. So to groom children, you don't need a very rowdy environment. Most areas of Lagos State is really, really rowdy. So we chose Omole Estate, which is a serene environment. We need that calm environment for our children to see the right things even when they leave school. They don't walk out and see things that are not good for their general grooming.
We had just moved to the neighborhood and we were looking for a school for daughters. On this fateful day, it was a Saturday, I remember clearly. I had checked out a couple of schools and I was driving by when I saw Agape Bundles. The color caught my attention.
I went to the salon and I met an Agape Bundle parent, and she was raving about the school. She was going on and on and on. At the time, I hadn't had a child. Fast forward to a year later when I had a child. So I decided to go to these Agape Bundles that this parent was raving about.
My wife got to hear about this place, and she insisted my kids were going to school here. And that was it.
10 years ago, after the birth of our daughter, my wife and myself were going around looking for a good school. Not just a school that is defined and established on the principles of godliness and presence of God, a spirit-filled school that has a calling. Fortunately, my wife ran into the school and she called me, and I went to make an investigation.
When we entered the school environment, it felt so good. There was just something about the environment that felt so peaceful, so loving and so caring.
I was given a tour of the facilities, and what really sold me in the first instance was for children less than 2 years, they had a good plan to keep those children well taken care of. I mean, they had their own cribs to themselves, personalized cribs, and they had on the aggregate 3 children to 1 caregiver.
I come here and I see how well prepared and equipped the teachers and the caregivers are. So we're comfortable with the fact that our children are here, they're doing well.
For some reasons, my family and I had to relocate to somewhere else, not without asking the question, can there be another school like Agape Bundles over where we were located to?
I've not regretted being here since I've been here. I think I can say one of the pioneer parents here, and it's still a lovely story going on after 10 years.
So far, the 5 years I've been in Agape, it's been so wonderful. The learning standards are high, and I'm impressed, very impressed.
We carry the wonderful memories of our experiences at Agape Bundles along to where we went to the extent of always making references to them. I used to tell you how positively influenced I was by Agape Bundles. I'm convinced that Agape Bundles is even doing greater and better than it was then.
I've been working in Agape Bundle School now for 10 years. Thanks be to God. Agape Bundle School has made me better than what I was when I came in.
I started as an assistant teacher in Agape Bundle Schools 10 years now. It has been a super experience. I have learned to work with children in and outside of classroom.
When you have a vision and you have a mission, you need support. First, I got support from my husband, Mr. Ikena Okoli, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man, I would say. He's been very supportive and he has helped us so far in pursuing this mission. Agape Bundle Schools offer the crèche services first because I love babies. We also have the nursery, the primary, and the after-school care. We have boarding facilities, overnight care, we have holiday care. We just want to make sure that when the parents are not there, we as co-parents are there to fill in that space.
Caregiving is a lot of work. You need to be loving, you need to have passion for children, and you need to have that patience. Give the child the comfort that the child could get at home, but now the child is getting it away from home, and that makes the child really feel at home.
There's serious involvement, there's empathy, really. They're concerned about what you want for your child and what your child should be getting.
Initially, I was looking for a place because of health reasons where my children could have a good education.
Mothers need to protect their children and they need a home where they can go on to do their different activities and pursue their different careers without bothering who is taking care of their children, when they know they're in a loving environment, where they know they will have the motherly care. Particularly the special children. We just love the special children here because we know those are, in quotes, discriminated against in the society at large. And we're particular about those children because we pull them in and we want to make sure they have the love they deserve because firstly, they are humans and they are gifts from God.
My son has been here since birth, and the kind of love that he's gotten, even in the midst of very normal kids, is special. It's outstanding, and that is one major point that Agape has that other schools don't have.
It feels like home away from home, and the fact that this is a family, the parents, the teachers, the children, we all relate well. It's really an amazing school.
There's no childhood without the Agape experience. And that was a compliment we got from a parent because our activities, the kidpreneur, the runway show, the music lessons, the swimming lessons, the ballet, all those things, the karate, they come together to form a total child. Physical well-being, psychological well-being, emotional well-being, spiritual well-being, because we're a Christian school and we teach them how to pray. All the activities we put together are just to create a total child in our children.
The things I like about Agape Bundles is it's a learning school. It teaches us about what to do, our behaviors, and so many subjects.
I realized all the teachers are very kind in this school. From all the other schools I visited, I think Agape Bundles is the best because their head teacher, Mrs. Frank, is a good head teacher.
In education, creating the right environment to learn is important. If you look at Agape Bundle schools, our classes are colorful, really, really colorful when it comes to the playgroup, the crèche area, than the other areas, though every aspect of Agape Bundles is colorful. The truth is, the environment influences the child. If the environment is right, the child is right to study. It creates the general well-being of the child to be ready to assimilate. When the environment is conducive, is beautiful, is colorful, is receptive, the child comes in and feels welcome. The Agape Bundles environment has really helped our children because it's a welcoming environment. And that's why we have 3 schools. We don't want to compromise standards. The first school, which is the Glory School, has provisions for 3 months to 3 years. The Conquest Schools has provisions for 3 years to 6 years max. And then the Victory School has provisions for 6 years till graduation.
That is why parents will find it very convenient and safe for them to leave their children with us, because for us, safety is key. We'll put in place policies that will protect children, that will put parents' mind at rest while they're at work.
They have policies to make sure that their children are safe. Then the CCTV in the school environment. Because of Agape, I don't have a house help. Once I drop my kids in school, I don't think about them until I'm coming back in the evening.
Our policies on safety, on security, on quality, on excellence is being carried out by our staff without any restrictions.
A lot of schools will take your child. Some will even give you different offers. You pay more, you get care. In Agape bundles, everybody comes. They don't put money first. The teachers and everybody actually shows serious care.
All the values we're looking for in a school for our children are being met. They are all around children.
The sudden increase and enlargement and expansion that we're experiencing in the school. 6 years ago, the PTA was formed. I was elected to be the first PTA chairman of the school. We were able to move the school forward by supporting the school, by ensuring that professionals within the parents, who are the major stakeholders of the school, come together to give their love, their passion, their time, and their technical expertise into the school.
My involvement in the school activity stems from the fact that it makes you understand what the teachers and the school go through. It helps you appreciate the value of what they are doing for you.
The parents have been supportive. They are young at heart. Financially, they have been supportive. Morally, they have been supportive. Educationally, they have been supportive. Materially, they have been supportive. Anytime the PTA call upon them, they have been there to drive us. We've had wonderful programs. We've had the Fun Olympics of the school. We've had the runway show. That's the fashion show. We've had kidspreneurship and teachpreneurship. We've had the gala night. We've had the research. We have the Makoko project, and so many other things like that. And by these, children have been able to learn, not only through their teachers, but also through their parents coming to school to relate with them.
We've had helpers that's in our staff. We have had helpers in our parents. We have had helpers in the society at large. It's not an easy road, but God has been faithful to us.
Agape is care, love, and peace. That is what she radiates every time. I've never seen her break a sweat.
She has a very large heart. Sometimes I used to ask her how you do the magic that every parent is as if you have like an exclusive experience with each parent. She just has this unique way of handling everybody, that you feel loved and you feel different and you feel unique.
To tell the truth, I look at her myself as a mother. So if I can look at her as a mother, I expect she's a very good mother for my children.
Agape is a loving and kind person. She cares about everyone and she corrects us in what we have been doing wrong. When she pampers you, you will never forget the day. She pampered me thrice. I will never forget those times because she loves me so much. She chastised me when I did wrong things. It's a privilege that everyone in Agape is able to call her Mommy Agape. And it's a privilege for us to see her face to face, unlike some schools when you hardly see the proprietors.
I've learned that faithfulness in little things matters. I've learned a whole lot from her. She has this unique nature, kind of. She blends with everybody.
A lot of people don't actually know the amount of strength that she has.
Mommy Agape is my childhood friend. I don't know the kind of words to use to describe Mommy Agape, not just because she's my friend, but just because she's a wonderful person. I think she's a God sent for this school that she has.
Mommy Agape has always been a woman with a large heart. So lovely, so caring, so understanding. Yes, these qualities I know for sure she had extended to every member of her staff. Little wonder then that we can and could still leave our children in their custody without and go about our daily activities without fear or concern.
For a decade I've met her, she has been a woman with passion. She has a purpose, she has a drive, and she has the calling. When I met her 10 years ago and now, I've seen a lot of improvement in the way she has reorganized the school. She has been someone who has really been focused and who is willing to also learn.
It's our 10th year and it has been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time. Firstly, I would say it has been God all the way. The main drive has been the passion God has created in me to just give back to the society, to give back to the children that are the future of the society. We have been molding children from babyhood to childhood. Right now we're graduating our first set of graduates from the primary school. The oldest amongst them started at 5 months and she's graduating at 10 plus. And I'm very elated about that.
Agape taught me and molded me to be the plan that God has proposed in my life, and I fulfilled it here in Agape Bundle School. They changed my character, and Mommy Agape always tells me this: BBC, brain, beauty and character. If you have the beauty, you have to have the brain and character. You cannot leave one alone. Everything has to come together.
All our activities, our environment, our parents, our staff, everything put together helps us to groom total children, and that is what Agape Bundle School stands for.
I'd like to congratulate the school. 10 years is no mean feat. I mean, it's not easy to have been in a cutthroat business really for 10 years, and the school is really grown, and the children that they are raising are quite amazing children. I mean, you meet them on the way, they get to greet you. They understand that it's not just about the academics, it's about the morals.
God has been so powerful in Agape. He didn't allow anyone to die in Agape. It has been a very, 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 very wonderful time in Agape Bundle School.
There are so many challenges that the school will face even after 10 years. All through the 10 years they faced it, but I know that they will always surpass it.
So it's going to be another decade of another milestone of grace, favor, lifting, joy, surprises, expansion.
To the Agape, I want to say a very big thank you for ever being supportive. To Mommy Agape, we say thank you for saying yes to the vision.
We will not only stop at the primary school, we are going to have a university.
God will continue to give them the inspiration of more things to come. Like I want to have the high school for my daughter to come back to this school.
I like to wish the school many more years and it will become an international school.
As a school, I pray that you grow from strength to strength and from height to height, and your name shall be written in the sands of time.
Congratulations to all the parents, the stakeholders, both former, present and future stakeholders of this great school.
I am Fumi Alamu, one of the pioneer students of Agape Bundle Schools, and with me is my brother Darcy. We'd like to wish Agape Bundle a happy 10th anniversary. I'd also like to say hello to some of my friends: Vanessa, Onyi, Akudo, Roslyn, Wale, Amer, and Tomiwa.
I'd also like to say hello to some of my friends: Dunsi, Bolu, Ovo, Christabel, Kenechi, Anita, Kinde, and Taye.
We'd like to say hi to our teachers too: Mrs. Frank, Mr. Lache, Mrs. Peters, and Mrs. Emma. And we also like to say hello to Mrs. Brown.
Isn't that Mommy's Mary?
Yes, it is. And last but not the least, we'd like to say hello to Mommy Agape. Happy 10th anniversary Agape Bundle School. We love you.
I think every school has our own unique call, and we'll try to make sure that we do our best and be the best. So we keep working on that.